What's up, guys? Welcome to the second episode of how to set up every site on every map. Today we're going to be doing Clubhouse. One of the better ranked maps, I would say, in the current rotation. Game volume is pretty loud, but you know it is. Alright, so we're going to start with the best site, and depending on the bans, this might not be the best site, but generally in ranked, well, this site's probably going to be the best. Reinforce this wall. Red, rotate. Reinforce this middle wall. Head holes here. Gonna want to make a hole here. And of course I'll go over how you want to play it after. Holes right here. Real quick, let me just look at my sense real quick. This is definitely my sense. Holes right here. I actually may have messed these up. Let me just make sure. No, those are perfect. Punch this radio. Reinforce this wall. Reinforce this wall. Reinforce this wall. And then reinforce both the garage walls. That's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to reinforce both those. And that is the simplest way to set up this site. You're going to want to need a Cade, Mute, or Bandit. Cade's probably banned, but if Cade's on the board, throw one Cade Claw right here. And then throw your second one. First shoot open the floor, and then throw your second Cade Claw right there. Play Mute, mute these walls, or Bandit. You can Mute or Bandit them, doesn't really matter. You're going to want to have somebody playing Rafters. You're going to want somebody playing in CC. Popular shield spot is to put a shield here to contest the breach and to contest the window, but you can be naded from below. So that's one thing you want to be wary of. You're going to want to bring a smoke with that shield. You can put the shield on red right here, or you can put it here, like over here-ish, to contest the breach and to contest the stairs. Now you'll have a shotgun, so you'll be able to take those engagements. And you can also throw smokes to the con guy and also swing the con guy that way. Maestro's good. You can put a cam there, cam here, or cam here, cam here, or you can put a cam, like, I think it's there, or maybe it's there. Aruni's good. You can Aruni both the walls so that they have to, burn some utility, because if Maverick's on the board, the wall's going to get open no matter what you do. So if you bring in Aruni, you can at least get it, bring some utility along with it. Another thing you can do is Swiss cheese the wall before you reinforce it. This just makes it harder for Maverick to Maverick trick the wall open. Something like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That'll make it a lot harder for Maverick to Maverick open the wall. When I say Maverick open the wall, I mean the thing where he goes from side to side on one panel to make it soft so that Zofia or somebody can destroy it that way. So let's see. You're going to want a player playing green box to contest the breach, to throw C4s or smokes over. And then he can also hold the rafters line of sight here. This is the top of rafters right here. Very easy to contest that way. And then that way your rafters player can either rotate down to garage and then rotate up red or C4 from below, or even rotate up into con if they're going for this wall right here. A common thing I see people do is reinforce all these walls. Definitely don't do that, especially don't reinforce these two walls. If you really want, you can reinforce this wall, but definitely don't reinforce the Logi walls at all. And then you could have a player roaming in master side. I don't really do that personally. And make sure that the green box player, if the Rafters guy is still alive or he hasn't rotated, you can switch out here. Sorry, messed this one up. So you can contest the green or the CC window a little. And you can also contest the hop in when they try and go for a default plant. Things you want to be wary of is that you can get naded from the floor and everywhere in this site if you're anchoring. You're going to want to bring a Jaeger so that you're, or a Wamai preferably, because I think Wamais work a little bit better, so that the Rafters player doesn't get grenaded. And you want to bring some ADSs, put them right here, so that the guy playing a shield right here, if you decide to do that, doesn't get naded from that way or from the window. Put an ADS here as well. So I have one here, here, and then rafters if you guys are going to play rafters. If not, have it on red so that whoever's playing red doesn't get naded or stunned from below. You're going to want to have barbed wire here. Maybe barbed wire on the con, maybe barbed wire in rafters, or maybe the CC hop in. I like this barbed wire spot. You can also hold below a little bit if they don't get the wall open and the window is still clear. You can make little shotgun holes. Wait, I made them a little too far out. Make little shotgun holes right here to watch the door if they come in from secret. You can kill them when they're coming in that way. Let's see, any other nuances here? You can, I think you can make one a long angle for the stock door. Let me think. It'd be like over here. Yeah. You can hold this for the stock door, which is actually a pretty good line of sight, actually, which I don't see a lot of people use, but there's no reason not to, so I definitely recommend doing that as well. And that about does it for CC. It's a pretty default sight, but there are a few nuances, especially in higher elo, that really make it interesting. So don't be afraid to go here first. I would go here first only if, maybe if Maverick is banned, I would go here first. Or if you've banned Thatcher. If Cade is on the board, I would go there, but Cade's also really good here as well. I'll show you why. If you've banned Habana, definitely go Church first. If you've banned more Hard Breachers, I would go Church first. And I'll show you why in a second. So first, make a rotate hole here. Make a rotate hole here. It's really bad, but you get the point. Reinforce both the dirt walls. Reinforce this hatch. Kitchen hatch. Reinforce this hatch. Reinforce the Moto hatch. Reinforce this wall. Reinforce this wall. Shotgun open this wall so that you can contest main from Church Bar. Make head holes here so that you can see the drop. Make them. I like to make them all the way because people like to run across that side, and also if you have a player in the hallway, you can also watch the dirt walk in, because you're going to want to put a deployable shield like right here to watch main, but you can also contest dirt from here too. But you can get shot from the hatch, so that's just one thing you have to be wary of. I would reinforce this wall. Do not make a rotate here, because what players can do is they can just, this is called Ash Wall, and it's called that because players who play Ash will come down, they'll kill you there, they'll kill you there, or they'll at least clear you, maybe throw some stuns, Zofia stuns, and then they'll Ash open this wall, and then get into back armor immediately, and clear you out. And that's how you set up the site itself, in terms of shotgun holes and rotates and whatnot, reinforcements. You're going to want to have somebody playing in dirt if you can. There's a lot of different ways to play this site, which I like. This is why I like this site a little bit more. You're going to want to have intel, Lucy's, or barbed wire on blue stairs, on the oil pit stairs as well, so that the player playing in blue can contest these 2 points of attack, because that is a very powerful position, the blue. Oh yeah, you're going to want to reinforce this middle wall, I forgot to mention that. You can make head holes here if you want, so that the blue guy can fall back and play behind bomb and contest that way. The guy playing Church Bar can also contest, but they can also use this angle on you, and it cuts off a lot of the lines of sight. So you have to be really careful if you're doing that. That's why you definitely want the middle wall to be reinforced. You're going to want to have somebody playing Moto, and the Moto guy can also contest this spot as well, but that's also kind of hard. Because again, if they get control of it, then you're losing out a lot, but you know, if you have a lot of people watching this, then, you know, it's hard to split your attacks, you know, a million different ways on this site. You're going to have a guy contesting main, either from here or from Moto. This site, this little pixel peek is surprisingly easy to do. So you can do that, and it's very defender favored. You can have somebody playing an armory if you want, or arsenal. Definitely have somebody playing boxes to contest dirt. There's a very defender-sided little pre-fire angle if you just walk across a pre-fire, just like I'm doing here. You'll at least light some people up, and if they're crouched, you'll headshot them and kill them. So possible shield spots, again, operators. If Cade's on the board, definitely Cade to Cade the two hatches, the Moto and Kitchen hatch. I wouldn't try and Cade Dirt because it's very easily naded off or Mavericked open. It's a lot harder to Maverick the hatch. You're going to want to have somebody with a shotgun, preferably smoke, so that he can make those and smoke out from a bunch of different spots. Put the shield right here to contest main and to contest dirt, and even like blue to some extent. Bring somebody with impacts to impact trick the hatch. That means when if you hear a Habana pellet going off, you throw an impact right here, and it destroys whatever is there. Habana pellets, breach charges, fuses, you name it. It gets them off. Maestro is pretty good. Put a cam here to watch the people from Modo. You put one main to watch main, and then watch all this. Good Maestro cam is like back here to watch the drop and dirt pushes. You can also put one back here to watch the default spot. Malusi's good. You can put Malusi's dirt, blue, main. Aruni is really good. So is a zombie. You can throw in a zombie thing here so that they can't get a long angle into the back of box 3 or air dummies in the hatch, because this is an angle that people can get. That's really deadly. You bring a zombie or a Rooney. I would Aruni that hatch, the Moto hatch, and then main. So if they somehow get the Cade off, if they don't have Cade, that's what I think a Rooney is a must. So that you can at least Cade or Aruni the hatches at least. If Smoke doesn't want to put his shield there, you can put it in dirt and contest dirt. If you notice that they've been contesting or going for dirt, you put your shield here, smoke them out, shoot them, run back. You can even contest blue and stay here. And that's pretty much it for Arsenal. Let me think. Is there anything else? When you're roaming, you can turtle strat here. It's possible, but it's a lot better to have someone roaming to, you know, contest kitchen and garage for the blue take, and also main. So if you're a roamer, make sure that you're wasting time around those key areas. Maybe chill out and strip and come along and flank through the main hallway. You just have to be careful of the chain repel. I wouldn't play in AKs if I were you, because it's kind of hard to contest dirt and blue at the same time, and you can also get shot from the hatch if you're not careful, if you're in a bad spot. So I would just not even play AKs if I were you. So I think that's pretty much it for Arsenal Church. I'm trying to think. You could have a mirror. Put a mirror here. No, actually, put a mirror here to play on either side of blue, and then have a mirror here on this wall to face out into the main. That's another strat you can do. ADS placements, have one in main, so this is a popular like smoking out place. I'll put like an ADS like somewhere where they can't shoot it, obviously. But it's very popular to smoke out a long haul and run into Moto. That's another reason why these head holes are good, for when they think that they're clear from the long haul and the angle, or in the hallway. You can blast them from the head holes. An ADS on dirt and underneath the hatch is good. It's very popular to smoke out, stun out the hatch with a half drop and then plant here. I'm much more of a fan of the main take personally, and just going for church that way. See it a lot in higher ranks, but a lot of ranked teams don't really like to do that for some reason. I think it's quite powerful. That about does it for Church Arsenal. Definitely those are definitely the two best sites on the map, I'd say. And then after those two, you're going to want to go to bedroom and gym. These are definitely this is definitely like the tertiary site, but you know, some teams feel better with this site, which is fine. First thing you want to do, make feet holes. You're going to want to do this all along the wall. Just pretend that I've done that. You're going to make a rotate right here. And then you're going to want to reinforce this wall. You're going to want to make... You can make it a rotate, or you cannot. You can do whichever one you want there. This is for a Mira or a Smoke or anyone to contest the jacuzzi wall. Have some ADSs in here, or have some on the wall so that you can contest. Now, if Mira's on the board, definitely put a Mira there, and then put a Mira here, and then shoot this out so that you can at least contest and make the attackers uncomfortable. The only thing here is that it's makes you vulnerable to this window. So just keep that in mind. If you don't have a Mira, make the rotate dead center in the middle of the wall. That way that you can't get shot from there, and it's harder to get shot at from gym window. And it's also not good to reinforce this wall because there's no contesting from Logi. I don't really like making rotate holes here in gym or into con. You can make head holes maybe if you really want. If you really want to contest it from con, but I mean you don't have to. So again, Cade bandit to bandit this wall. You can bandit this one too if you want. Castle's pretty good, and to castle this window, the outer windows. So that way, and then castle this door rather is even better. That way you can bandit trick without getting shot from the window, and they'd have to waste a lot of utility. They can't just punch it. Putting a castle on that window is actually not a great idea, but there's not many things to castle here. You could castle this door and just have this rotate here, but then, you know, you're vulnerable to get swung. You could castle... Oh, I forgot to mention. Make head holes here. And then use all your other reinforcements on the cache walls, because you really want to hold cache here and hold long angles to the gym jump in. And you could contest Logi this way as well. I like to have another rotate here. I know some teams don't. I do. For that angle I was just describing earlier, because once they jump in, you can kill them, and you can kill them here too. And it's also another way for you to retake if you have to. Like, no attackers are really killing you from that rotate. Let's see here. So yeah, smoke. A good shield here is, like, not really right here, because you can get shot from the window, and you can get kinda shot from that window, but not really. It's vulnerable to Logi, so I wouldn't put your shield there. You can put it, like, maybe here. I don't really play smoke on this site. I usually roam and hold. I'm usually the cache player holding this. But I've seen Mira be played here. Trap ops on the stairs here. Barbed wire on the stairs. You're gonna want intel there. You're gonna want intel on the jump-ins. Frost mats, honestly, make them have to watch two things at once. Frost mat here too. Well, maybe not there, but maybe one over in the CC jump-in, maybe. And then we've all seen. Sorry, I ran out of mouse pad there. We've all seen this peek, the classic peeking the master balcony peek, which you can do, and it works well. And that's pretty much it for gym bedroom. Let me think if there's anything else that you want to do for this site. You can play in Logi as well until they break the hatch, and then you can rotate out. There's a spot to play in. You can play in bathroom as long as you have plenty of ADSs, so you don't get naded from the big window or from the bedroom window, or from jacuzzi, or from even con. They get con control too quickly. So Jaeger's a pretty must pick here. Mira if she's on the board. Bandit Cade mute as usual. You don't really need smoke here. Like, this is one of those sites where, like, I mean, you can't hurt from having him, but like I don't really play smoke here. I've seen people put shields on this bed, and that's worked to surprising degrees if you have some ADSs and you can contest this somehow. I don't know how people do that. I've never done it, but I've seen it. I've seen people put shields like really close here to contest the breach, but like that's like too close if you ask me. But I've seen it been done. I don't recommend it. I would bring a mute to mute jam this wall, or to mute jam this drone hole. I'm pretty sure that one can be shot, so maybe not right there. Maybe like put it like right here so it can't be shot. I'll just do it right here. So for Flores is a good pick here. So you can get make sure that his stuff twitches well. Their stuff doesn't get open. Cade's a good pick. If you want a Cade from below, here's a little bonus tip. You throw the Cade Claw right here. And if we go back up, it'll be right over the wall, and it'll get both of the walls. As you can see, it's right there. It'll get both the walls. People, it's really hard to see. People aren't really looking at it. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it for that. I think that pretty much does it. Gym bedroom. Those are pretty much the only 3 sites you want to be going to. Bar is good for like if you want to keep the attackers guessing, keep them honest, because they're not going to expect you to go bar. Because, like, why would you? I've never seen anybody go bar in ranked. I've seen it, like, actually, that's not true. I've seen it twice. At both times, I had no idea what was going on. So, since this is the last site, I'm actually just going to bring castle and show you a decent castle strat here. It's not amazing, but it's decent. Shoot the jukebox. Reinforce this wall. You can make feet holes here if you want to get a really nasty angle here. Reinforce. Which walls do you? I think you reinforce both these walls. And then you make feet holes here. I'll tell you why you make feet holes here in a second. It's because if the attackers push in from chain and get all of this, they can't really peek you from right here because they're elevated. You're going to have the better line of sight here. They'll have to peek into you going this way, so that way they can't just walk into the hallway for free and then, you know, cut off the main stairs and that way. And then peek you in like this. They have to be worried about people playing here. If they're pushing from main stairs, they have to worry about players playing here. Bathroom as well, because then they have to worry about this, and that if they swing out too wide, then they get shot from there. Castle this off, I'll show you why. Nasty line of sight for anybody pushing strip. As well, I messed this up. If you shoot out the pool table, you can see right through it. That is through the pool table, so if anybody pushes strip and then tries to get covered behind the pool table, there they are into strip. You can get a long arse angle right into strip, just like that. Look at that. That is a good angle. I wouldn't really castle this. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, you can, but I wouldn't do it. Definitely don't castle this. You could castle this if you want, so that a player could, and you could reinforce these 2 walls. Castle this. So that way you can have somebody playing in lounge here to contest the big door, the big double, or then people swinging in from main. This isn't like an amazing strat, but you can do it that way. Or you could castle off into strip. You can play into strip if you want. Castle this door. Castle that door, reinforce. No, not these. Reinforce both those walls. Reinforce these walls if you want. I mean, you don't have to, so that way they have to funnel in through this doorway. And then you just fry them off that way. Or you can just reinforce both these walls and make sure that they have to funnel through there. You're saving reinforcements. That's really the best way to do it. You have to reinforce these walls too. And then you can make rotates into here. And then castle this off. And then you've pretty much extended all the way into strip for free. The only real spot you have to be sure of, you have to have a bathroom player to play this door. Because it is, you know, it's difficult to hold both those. And let's see. That pretty much does it, honestly, for bar. ADSs are a must again, you know, put some over there for people trying to push into main and smoking out and trying to plant like on the stage or behind chairs. And then this is a pretty, well, 2 times I was here, this is where they planted. So again, this is a good spot to be to contest over there. I've also seen people plant in this little cubby here. I've never really seen anybody plant inner bar. So yeah. So that's Clubhouse for you pretty much. Like, I think that about does it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I may have missed. You can either reinforce this hatch or pop it so that you can play above, like retake from above. Another thing you can do, it's a little riskier. People like to push into this floor a lot. You can shotgun out right here, which is in gym. I have to go out a little bit longer. And you can see a tiny, tiny angle at the door or into the window. You can also do it the other way around. Yeah, that's hard. This is a little con. Where's the bedroom stars? Right here, right? Yeah. Nothing really you can do vertical here. You gotta have a player playing above to contest all this, but you know, if your team's going here, then chances are it's too late for that. Like, you know, these guys probably don't know how to play vertical right there. And if they do, then it's, you know, nothing you can do about it at that point. Trying to think, is that all? I think that's it for Clubhouse. People should go bar a little bit more. It's fun. It's a fun site to go. Especially when you have like these long angles into strip, but then you know, once they get to this open, then they've cut off the entire site from that side. So that is one thing you have to be careful about. If you go to this site, you have to know what you're doing. And that's really the hard part. But I think that about does it for Clubhouse. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you subscribe and keep an eye out for the next ranked video that we do about all the maps and their setups. And I'll see you guys when that video drops.